score very quickly, and then with all the penalties, is it kind of hard to find your game, especially against a team like with those guys?
That's not the reason we lost. I thought coming out of there 2-1 was a positive for us. I mean, ideally, you don't want to be taking 5 penalties in a 20-minute period. Third goal is the one that gets you. But again, we spent too much time in our end zone. We didn't come out clean enough, and we just weren't clean coming out. And you give that team second opportunities on breakouts, it sooner or later the momentum changes. I thought we fought. We just struggle scoring. We just don't have enough people going offensively, and they're the better team.
So for you, and obviously you guys gave up a ton of shots, but for you it's more about spending too much time in your zone rather than coverage issues?
Oh, it's both. Yeah, both. But give them credit. One thing about Pitt, they don't get enough credit as far as how they defend. I think both the teams, our team and their team, were 6th or 7th in the league as far as defending. But we just weren't good. We were not good enough in either end, and that's the result you get.
John, obviously, you know the news now, and you've been here long enough. When you hear someone doesn't want to play in Philadelphia, what is your reaction to that? And also, what do you think of adding a guy like Jamie Drysdale to your back end?
Just talked to Jamie. We're watched a lot of tape on him. Obviously had discussions. We're really excited about the opportunity. A 21-year-old, right-handed shot. We're going to put him on the power play right away. One of them. He's just starting. Kid's head spinning right now. It's his first time at this. But we're really excited about the opportunity. I think get a second rounder. I think it's a really good deal for us.
To the first part of Kevin's question, Danny said that Cutter didn't want to play here in Philadelphia and didn't want to play for the Flyers. What's your reaction to that?
Then we don't want you.
I believe you've met Cutter negotiate before. Were you surprised that he?
I don't know Cutter from a hole in a wall, and I'm not too interested in talking about him. I'd rather talk about Jamie. He's the guy that's coming here.
In regards to Jamie, when we spoke with Danny at the first intermission, he said that one thing that he's excited about is for the coaching staff, for you and Brad Shaw, to kind of get a hold of him and try to develop him into the top pair defense what they want him to be.
It's such a good age for us. That's what's exciting. A 21-year-old, a righty, skill, lateral movement. It's such a good deal for us. It's a reminder we're in the process that we're at right now. It's perfect timing. So I just got off the phone with him. We asked so much out of 21-year-olds. His head's just spinning. First time being traded, and he's packed for a 2-week trip. Now he's coming here, but he'll be here for practice. So we'll see him tomorrow. Yep.
Can it help the overall vibe that, obviously going into this season, the thought was the Flyers are probably going to sell off some pieces before the trade deadline. Here you are adding a player and not losing anyone off the current roster. Can that give the group a jolt?
Yeah, I think what's going to eventually give this group a jolt is he's a high character kid too. Just in a roundabout way, information has gotten back to me that there's going to be some people upset there in Anaheim, some of his teammates, and just how he handles himself, some of the staff. So no one's off our roster on this one here. A righty, I'm really excited. I don't know what else to say.
You look down the line, Flyers have been stocked on the left side a lot. Travis is also a left-handed guy playing on the right side. Does that kind of now change a little bit now that you can see that you guys have set players for set positions?
Yeah, it's going to change things. We've already, thought that Sandy will probably see a little bit of time on the left side too, because we want to give this kid an opportunity. We want to get teaching right away with him. There are so many things that we want to introduce to them. They play a different type defense than we do. We need to teach that. But Sandy, I may go because I'm not interested in sitting out any of the 6 right now that have played because I think they deserve to be. We may be at 7D sometimes during this situation. And, I've got to think about Mark also and trying to keep him mixed. When you're in this process in building a team, and you make deals like this, we just have to make it work. And so there'll be people moved around as we get going here.
How do you see Drysdale fitting in with an already solid group of young players that you have in the team?
Yeah, just as I said, we've heard great things about him as far as his character. Aggressive up ice, a good offensive player. He's going to fit in just fine. It's how much we give him. Shawzy and I have already talked about this. We just want to slowly go about it. We're really looking at the part for me, and as I watch the tape, I just don't think he's up the ice enough offensively. That's something, the first time I see him face to face, that's what I'm going to tell him. Because I want to see him get going that way and try to help us offensively. We'll teach him the defensive part of it. I want him to get going offensively.
Thanks.